Good morning, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, crap, I had my earbuds stuffed too deep in my ear. Oh. Hey, Light Feather, good morning. I actually forgot it was St. Patrick's Day till a few minutes ago. I hope I'm not echoing. I don't even want to say what room of the house I'm in live streaming this morning. I'm in my bathroom. It's because my hubby's in the bed asleep. My son's in the bed asleep. So I was like, where's the quietest place for me to go where I don't disturb anyone? And it's in the bathroom. So I brought my kitchen stool and another little stool to prop my feet up on. Hey, Cheryl, Kimberly. Good morning, ladies. I need to find my chat on my phone because the StreamYards chat only shows the top chat. I know, I say that every freaking day, y'all. I repeat myself a lot. Just like my granny. Are y'all surviving the coronavirus? I could have went in my son's room and live streamed this morning. It wouldn't have bothered him, but I can't have a cigarette in there. So, like, I can smoke in the bathroom. Debbie, good morning. How are you? So, we got a few interesting topics this morning. Where's everybody at? Probably because Diane's channel's live. Everybody's over there. That's okay. Stores are all empty. The stores are getting empty around here too, Light Feather. And, I said school was closed. Well, the Huddle House and the Wood Booger Bar and Grill is giving out free dinners to the school children. So, I'm getting really worried, guys. Y'all know I'm not the type of person that freaks out over stuff on the news. Like, I hardly even pay attention to it. But this has got me really worried, especially when I heard the president and them speak yesterday. Hey, if the government's acting like they're a little worried, something's wrong. They're a whole lot worried. They're just not saying. So, this morning we got some good topics. Let me get my notebook. Y'all should be proud of me. I've been writing everything down I want to talk about so I don't forget. First off, let's talk about Michelle Troconis. Now, we know she's a co-conspirator in the Jennifer Dulos murder case, right? Well, her attorney, what's his name, John Schoenhorn, has come out and said that when Michelle was first arrested, the police took nude photos of her while they were strip searching her. But the photos are nowhere to be found. So, is Mr. John Schoenhorn just like Norm Pattis? Freaking weirdo? Coming out with all this crazy stuff? I got to thinking, at first I thought that, and I thought, it might make sense they took pictures of her body when they were first arrested right after Jennifer went missing, maybe to look for scratch marks. I'm going to have to go back through my notes and figure out when her and Fotis were first arrested after Jennifer went missing. It wasn't too long after, I don't think. But that would make sense why they took her pictures. But conveniently, these alleged pictures are nowhere to be found. But her lawyer did release a photo of their surveillance footage that captured Fotis Dulos in Hartford disposing of items. And we're going to look at that picture. Oh, crap. I don't need Google. I need my damn drive. I hope my mic's hooked up so y'all can hear me. I'm having to talk low. It just disconnected. Okay, let me see. Recent pictures. Let me let it load, guys. Okay, right here it is. Let me open it up. We'll screen share. And you can see Michelle Troconis hanging out of the truck that evening. Okay. Now, let me enlarge the picture. Okay, that's as big as it's going to let me put it. But if you look closely, you see a man in a white shirt going to that trash can. That's allegedly Fotis Dulos. If you look at the passenger side of the truck, look to the bottom of the truck, you see Michelle Troconis picking something up off the ground. What was she picking up off the ground? So right there is Fotis. Anybody that doubted he discarded those items, right there he is. Now, why her attorney released this photo, I don't know. Hey, Lisa. I figured you was asleep. You hadn't messaged me, Lisa. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. But it doesn't look like he has much in his hand there to me. That's definitely his Ford Raptor, though, truck. Yeah. If you ask me, him releasing that photo just makes her look even worse. You know, if I was in the truck with my hubby and he was stopping at different trash cans and he had never done this before, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? When he stopped at the first one, I'd be like, well, this is out of character. What are we doing here? Michelle Troconis knew, it's my belief, that she knew what Fotis was doing on Hartford Avenue, and she knew what he was going to do to Jennifer Dulos. And I can't wait till that old hag gets on trial. I think it's pretty suspicious that she's just now coming out and saying that the police took naked photos of her. But conveniently, the photos are nowhere to be found. It's a bunch of hogwash. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Southern Mom. Proves they were together. Yeah, Vicky. Oh, yeah, she knew what was going on. Kent Malwini, Fotis's former attorney and friend who was still in jail, he knew what was going on, too. I believe him and Fotis had this plan to get rid of their estranged wives. That's why Fotis tried to get Kent's estranged wife out to that Farmington residence. He even offered up one of the bedrooms as a sex pad if they wanted to make up, rekindle their marriage. It's definitely going to be a Lifetime movie. I'm telling you, this case is kind of died down in the media a little bit, and they're using anything they can to run with the story, just like they accused the other day Jennifer of having a fling with Matt Lauer and Charlie Rose. There's no damn proof of that. I want to see some damn pictures of that. And besides that, they don't have anything to do with her murder. That was in the 1990s. Okay. Let's see. Did y'all see, and we'll change the subject. Did y'all see that family in North Carolina was murdered? It was a murder suicide. 7 people are dead. I'm going to find it. I've got it wrote down, but I'm going to show y'all the house. Let's see. So it happened 30 miles south of Raleigh, North Carolina. And the killer was 66 years old. Let me find it. We'll go to screen share. This was so sad. You know, there's a lot of men that get to that age and commit suicide or do something worse like this. My papa was just like 55 years old when he committed suicide, but he was schizophrenic also. I hope this scrolls this morning. Let me mute the volume. Crime Online always wants to play ads, whether you want to listen to them or not. Okay, now let me find the article on my phone. It's just easier than trying to get this damn thing to scroll. Let me remove this ad. Okay. Blood everywhere. 7 family members dead in suspected murder-suicide in North Carolina. The article begins by saying, "There's a guy at my house shooting right now." Those were the chilling words Chatham County, North Carolina dispatchers heard late Sunday afternoon from a voice that told him he was hiding in a closet and to please get someone here to the house. By the time deputies arrived and sorted out the gruesome scene, they learned that 7 people, all from the same family, were dead in 3 separate crime scenes in Moncure, an unincorporated area about 30 miles south of Raleigh. 6 of the dead appeared to have been shot to death by the 7th, who turned the gun on himself. Larry Ray, age 66, shot and killed his wife, 67-year-old Jeannie Ray, at their home on Moncure Flatwood Road. Then went across the street to his wife's grandmother's house. There, Larry shot and killed Helen Mason, 93 years old, and her cousins, Ellis Mansfield, 73, Lisa Mansfield, 54, who were all having dinner together. The 911 call came from the last house in the sequence of the shooting, the home of John Paul Sandiford, age 41, and Nicole, age 39, and she was the niece of Jeannie Ray. It was their teenage son who made the call. "I'm in my closet. I haven't seen him," the young man says. "I'm not coming out." The dispatcher tells him to stay quiet, and she will stay on the line. He asks her to please get somebody here to the house, and then asks how long it's going to take them to get there. 3 minutes later, he tells the operator he thinks the shooter has left. He says his mom and dad were with him, and he thinks he heard 6 gunshots. He leaves the room. "Oh my God," he says suddenly. "Blood everywhere. My dad is dead." He returns to his room. The dispatcher says, "You just keep the door locked and shut until the officers call out to you," and knocks on your door. "You're doing great, bud. I'm proud of you." A few seconds elapse. The police officers enter the house. "I'm in here," he calls out. Deputies later found Larry Ray dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, although they did not say where his body was found. Investigators have not uncovered a motive for the shooting, and they say that it has shocked their small rural community. That is just awful, y'all. That poor teenager. He's going to be traumatized for life. He'll have to have counseling. If not, he'll be a hot mess. Hey, Shine On. Good morning. Colleen. Good morning. And Tremaine's in the house. Hey, Tremaine. Jamie. Hey, Jamie. I missed you earlier. Michelle's attorney will say she was threatened and coerced to help him. Of course she will, Jamie. She's a piece of crap. She had 3 different alibis that morning because it was a setup. She knew what was going down. Hey, Chrissy Lee. Hey, Karen. That boy will need extensive care. Yes, Colleen, yes. My aunt has the same name as you, but we pronounce it Colleen. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, so my apologies. Did they say they think this happened? The older gentleman? Yes, Light Feather. They think the older man's the one that done it. Larry Ray, 66 years old. His wife was Jeannie Ray, and she was 67. Then he shot Jeannie's 93-year-old grandmother and her two cousins. Then went to Jeannie's niece's house, shot John Paul Sanderford and his wife Nicole. John Paul was 41, Nicole was 39. Just imagine what this teenager has to be going through. Like his damn whole family's been basically wiped out. You have an auntie named Colleen too, Light Feather? How do you even start to recover from that kind of trauma? I don't know, Shine On. You know, I had someone ask me that was going through trauma. I'm going to tell you the incident. Most of y'all know I witnessed a suicide. I had a hard time getting over it, but I had a friend a while back that came to me for help. He accidentally killed his dad with a piece, like with a dozer, like the bucket or something fell on his dad, and like it flattened his head, flat as a flitter, as they'd say. But he came to me and he asked me, "How did you do it, Celeste? You know, when you witnessed that suicide, how did you go on?" And I did not have an answer. I don't know. I don't know how I did it. A lot of liquor and a lot of pills. I about went crazy. So I hope this teenager gets professional help, because, you know, if I had have had professional help, I probably wouldn't have resorted to self-medicating. It's getting bad in this world. Yes, it is. Kimberly Mack, I was just reading that there was a family murder in Cravens County, North Carolina back on January 27th. What's up with all these killings? I don't know, Kimberly. A while back, a few months ago, there was two different teenage boys that had murdered his families, two different states, both in the same week, within days apart. It's so crazy. And now people are freaking out about this coronavirus. There was a teenager I think it was in New York City, that started on an Asian man because of the coronavirus. Like it's his fault. The coronavirus is here. So his fault. Just because he's Asian. Jesus. I don't get people like that. A lot of self-medication, avoidance. Yeah. I would self-medicate so much. I would want to get myself to where I didn't know my own name, so I didn't have to remember or think about anything. It's sad. But 7 years clean. I'm proud. I'd never go back to that. Like Feather, minute by minute with behavioral health and medication. Right. I'm curious about that family Kimberly was talking about in North Carolina, killed in January. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Light Feather. COVID-19 will cause a lot of crazies to come out of the woodwork. Yeah. It has. People fighting over toilet paper, taking everything off the shelves. It's just crazy. Hey, Joe Marshall. I think that message was supposed to have said hi. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you, Colleen. Thank you so much. Hey, it's a struggle at first when you try to overcome any kind of addiction. Hey, it's still a struggle every day. It's a lot easier than it used to be. I don't have any cravings anymore. Just cravings for coffee and cigarettes. Hopefully it don't get so bad that, people are harming each other. People are making the coronavirus worse by freaking out. I can understand people in big cities freaked out. I can get that. But like people in my area freaking out, they need to calm down. This is a damn coal mining town. There's maybe 3,000 people in the whole county. And the county's pretty big. Cece, how is Annabelle's feet doing? Well, her feet are still the same way. My hubby's aunt's supposed to come and look at them, but she's going to get them trimmed. I'm going to see if she can do it for me. If not, I'll probably do it myself. I've been watching videos. It seems pretty simple now that I've watched the videos, but I think I freak out a little bit when it comes to my animals, so I thought it was a whole lot worse than what it was. The more I looked at it, I was like, oh, one of her hooves at the back, her hooves, she's got 2 toes, that's what they're called. And one of them's just a little bit longer than the other one. So she just needs to be trimmed up just a little bit. But she will be good. Of course, I always take good care of her. I wouldn't let anything affect her walking. My subdivision is working together, helping in shopping and other supplies. Oh, that's good. Tremaine, 2 people you work with had the coronavirus? You better get tested. I hope you don't get it. Are you still having to go to work? Our bars and restaurants are closing now. Hey, I heard they may. Now, this came from my mother, and she's known to blow things up a little bit out of proportion. But she said they were going to close the grocery stores here. I don't know. I got to go out and get a few things today. I need to definitely go get more dog food. I've got about 10 cans and a big, big bag of dry food, but my dogs are spoiled. They think if they don't have canned dog food and they have dry dog food, they're on starvation. Like if I run out of canned dog food, I mean, you would think it was a national crisis here. Seriously. They were just spoiled. That canned dog food's what's got my beagle fat. She's on a weight loss journey right now. Be right back getting coffee. My coffee's got cold. No TP, no sanity products, no hand towels, no pasta, no milk. Now today, no bread. Shine on. You're overseas, right? You're not in America, right? It's a lot worse over there. Grocery stores are open here, but shelves are empty. Gosh. Guys, what if it gets really bad? What if the internet and everything goes? How in the world are we going to make it? Someone on YouTube said yesterday the coronavirus was getting people to unite. I want more than anything for our country to come together, but not for something like this. I agree. My partner went to Malaysia last weekend for business. He doesn't know now if or when he will come home. Is there a travel ban? I've not even watched the news. I watched bits and pieces of it. I watched a little bit of what President Trump was saying yesterday in that doctor, but I haven't turned on the news this morning at all. I just got online and looked at crime news. They work at a hospital. I work at a hotel. Oh, but it's still in the same area, though. What freaked me out, what's got me concerned, is that doctor said yesterday that how did she say it? It's like 2 to 3 more times easier to catch the coronavirus than the flu. Y'all know what I mean. It's easier, you know. It's like you could be in like a store with someone that's got coronavirus and they cough and it just spreads to you and everybody you come in contact with. This is craziness. Hey, Leanne, I believe I know some people's go to work, but everybody should try to follow the guidelines and stay home. The government needs to step in and make sure that people has to take off work. got money. They're going to have to do something. I'm sure they'll try to help some way. It will be July before we can socialize. My son came and told me last night they may not go back to school at all this year. And I'm like, wow, that is crazy. Hey, Bosco, how are you? My son's got this theory that the coronavirus was a present from the North Korean president. What's his name? Jim Chong, something other. That's what he said. He's like, Mom, back at Christmas, that North Korean president said that he had a present for us. And then 2 months later, there's this coronavirus outbreak. And I was like, that makes sense. I'm buffering on my phone. Well, I hope they get a hold on this coronavirus and everything gets back to normal. School will not be back this year. Oh my goodness. So what will they do? If school doesn't go back this year, will they make them repeat this grade again? Oh, okay, Tremaine. But still, it's scary. I think everybody that lives in like a big city and has to be out in the public should get tested just to be safe. They say, the elderly is probably the people that if it gets coronavirus will die, but crap, there's a lot of young people that die from the flu. And just think about all these people with weak immune systems, like that's going through chemo or radiation. It's scary. Online classes. You would have thought our school system here would have done online classes instead of just having school out for 2 weeks. Timothy and I have got about 2 weeks worth of freaking schoolwork to do. Well, about a week's worth or more, where he was sick and stuff. He's still not better from having trouble with his bowels, but he's getting a little bit better. Leanne, what's going on? Okay, so they want to come and visit. They're from DC, and you want to know what you should tell them. I would think it wouldn't be safe to travel right now. I know that's your son. I don't know what I would do if I was you, because I know how I am by my son. I would probably risk it. I'd probably risk it if I hadn't seen my son in a while. Hey, Mel. The earlier you go live, the less I can make it on time. Oh, sorry. I'm going to get back to my normal schedule when my hubby gets back to work full time. It's harder for me to keep my schedule when I got a full house full, I probably could have waited till 10:30, but I figured if I waited till 10:30, then everybody would be up by then, the dogs and everything. Leave it to Bieber. Hey, Amber, that's Amber. Y'all subscribe to her channel. She's going to start a true crime channel. She's the one that came up and talked about Evelyn. When was that? Friday. And that's her true crime channel, and that's her nickname, Bieber. I think I'm saying that right. Verbal, good morning. How are you? The kids. My son told me he will not be coming to visit. He does not want to infect me. He thinks just traveling could give him the virus. Yeah. Well, they said on the news yesterday, like, some people say they don't care. They'll go out in public and put themselves at risk. But they're not only putting themselves at risk, they're putting everybody else in risk, they come in contact with. And then the people, when they go home, oh, my stomach's growling. It's time for breakfast. Okay, husband is very intelligent, but I'm wondering now. Did y'all see where the sheriff's department, where they're holding Lori Vallow, put out a statement? I guess people have been thinking maybe her apocalypse theory is going to come true. But anyways, the sheriff put out a statement. Hey, she's not special, basically is what they said. They're not changing shit because Lori Vallow is in their damn jail. They don't care. She's going to be treated just like every other inmate. I don't know why people would think that she's going to get special treatment because of her stupid religious beliefs that she believes in. Now, religion's not stupid, but her theories are, is what I'm saying. Her, saying she's the chosen one and stuff. Leanne, just do what your heart tells you to do. I mean, because what if it becomes to where nobody can travel at all, and it might be a really long time before you can see him, Leanne? Maybe they should get tested before they travel to see you. I saw on the news where they have this like drive-up service some places. Drive up, get tested for coronavirus sitting in your vehicle. Verbal, I hope she gets special treatment. Yeah, we hope she gets special treatment from the inmates, right, Verbal? She's not going to produce those children now. Here she wanted the judge to step down off her case for some reason, so he did. She got 2 lawyers quit on her. They don't want nothing to do with her. They don't want to ruin their reputation. The reason they stepped down is I'm thinking they probably tried to get her, gave her advice like, you need to tell where your kids are. It's in your best interest, their best interest. She probably didn't like that and fired them. Or they didn't want to represent her because of that. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, Chrissy, she's not going to be leading anybody into heaven. She might be leading some people into hell, but Lori Vallow ain't leading nobody into heaven. I don't believe it. I believe in the good Bible, the good book, but I don't believe in what she's saying. The end of the world may come, but she's not leading nobody into heaven. We have no test here in West Virginia, even test yet. We don't have one in our county yet either. But anyways, back to Lori Vallow. Yeah, she's not going to produce those kids because those kids are past. That's my opinion. I hope and pray they're not. I hope and pray I am wrong. Usually my gut feelings are not wrong about true crime. I'm pretty good at figuring stuff out when it comes to true crime. Not very good at explaining it, but I can figure it out in my head. Did y'all see where that little baby in Ohio was killed by his teenage father? He's got mad because the baby was crying. Got up and slammed that baby down into a bouncy seat and fractured his skull. He died. And the teen father's been arrested. The mother said that they were asleep. She heard the baby crying. The teen father got up with the baby. She heard him say something hateful to the baby, and then she went back to sleep. And when she woke up, she realized something was wrong with the baby. And then Y'all know we were talking about mothers who, the other day, that's rolled over on their babies. Well, there's a new case out of Louisiana. A mother, we're going to pull up her picture. She's definitely a meth head. She rolled over. She had her legs on top of her 9 month old baby. His face was pinned down. Her boyfriend come home and found her passed out, her legs pinning the baby down. Y'all got to see this picture. Let me find it. It is sick. So she was sleeping in the bed with two or three of her kids. She had been doing meth, ecstasy, all kinds of stuff. Right here it is. Oh my gosh, I'd be so embarrassed of that mugshot. Mugshots never look good, but Jesus. Okay. I noticed this screen share worked a lot better yesterday when I was in the kitchen. Closer to the Wi-Fi tower thing, I guess, whatever it's called. Look at this sick bitch. Oh my gosh. Now, let me find the article. Let's see. I don't know if I wrote her name down. No, I didn't. Give me a second. I'll pull up the article here. Okay, it says, oh crap, I punched on it. Punched on the wrong one. Mother of three allegedly had 4 types of drugs in her system. Jesus Christ, every time I punch on it, it goes to the wrong article. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi or my phone. Oh, yeah, they delayed Robert Durst's trial because of the coronavirus. Okay, so this woman's name is Heather Hall. And she, look, we don't want to subscribe. She allegedly fell asleep on her 9-month-old baby. So last week, authorities charged a Louisiana woman with second-degree murder, alleging she fell asleep on her 9-month-old baby, killing the child. She is 28 years old. And this happened on March 12th, 2020. Okay, so investigators spoke to Hall's boyfriend, who allegedly said he returned home Thursday to find the sleeping woman's legs on top of the baby, who was face down on the bed. The paper reports the boyfriend told deputies he tried waking Hall up and realized the infant wasn't breathing. Hall woke up, grabbed the baby according to the warrant, rushing the child to the kitchen, where he and an unnamed witness started performing CPR on the child. The warrant alleges that Hall admitted to using meth on Tuesday, ecstasy on Wednesday. She said she could not remember if her legs were on top of the baby prior to her being awoken. So they conducted a field urine analysis and reported Hall had tested positive for meth, marijuana, ecstasy, and methamphetamines. And she is being held without bail. We were just talking about mothers who had rolled over on their babies and killed them the other day. when we were discussing what may have happened to Evelyn Boswell. Her face was eat up, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. I think it's what happens with people who use methamphetamine. It jacks them up and they just start picking at their face, and there's nothing really to pick at, but they think in their head there is. I think that's what happens with them. Hey, Love Hollis, good morning. How are you? Verbal, y'all don't be talking about fried chicken. My rooster will be offended. Yeah, I got chickens as pets, but I like chicken. Like that's all I used to eat was chicken. Now I don't eat as much chicken. I still eat it every now and then. But eventually I'm going to just eat fish only. That's my plan. No beef, no chicken, no pig meat, just fish. Boss cow laughing. Love Hollis, how's things in your area with the coronavirus? Y'all quarantined? I know you're a city-fied girl. A county in Kentucky, a sheriff's department tweeted for criminals, to not be committing crimes right now while the coronavirus was going on, that they could continue with their bad self after the virus was over. Only in Kentucky. It's Tremaine's fault. They said, shame on you, Tremaine. We can't be talking about chicken in here. My rooster would really get offended. One day before Sonny, when Sonny first started coming over to my house, like back in the day, one day I had ate chicken and then went out on the porch. I was trying to feed him bread and he attacked me. I think he smelled that chicken. Seriously. Just white meat, CC. I think I'd rather eat a turkey than a chicken any day. I don't know how people homestead and like kill their chickens or cull them as they call them. I couldn't do that. I get too attached to my animals. Well, guys, I believe I'm going to get off here and get some things done. Hopefully I'll see y'all in the morning. I'm tired of sitting on this stool in the bathroom. My butt's going to sleep, and I've been having a lot of pain with my tendonitis, so I can't hardly sit here anymore. I got to get up and get going. But thank y'all for chatting. Hey, y'all stay safe. If y'all need anything, email me. Be kind and peace. Have a good day. And hopefully I'll see y'all in the morning, Lord willing. Oh, it's okay, Mel Mel. Don't worry about it. I know how it is. We'll get back to our normal live streaming time here next few days or so. Okay, bye guys. Love y'all. Peace.